Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be giving you guys the East Asia monthly final grand finals for March. We've got Zeta versus Crazy Raccoon. I've been watching the semi-finals and a bit of the quarters today, so I'm a little bit in tune. So there is a new format, guys, which I'm excited to see how it goes. Also, I've got to throw myself up here during the ban stage, but we see Crow, Charlie globally banned from Zeta, and then I didn't catch Spike and BB. So Sitetampo and BB were just running through everybody. I'm surprised that no one is banning Brawl. I think the top 3 brawlers in the game, well, Sirius is just globally banned anyways, but I think Crow, Brawl, BB, these are the types of brawlers that we need to be target banning. So also like a Nita ban, I think it's quite clear that they wanted to go the Brawl, and they'll go Brawl first pick, by the way, as well. It looks like they're going Glober, which is a great brawler, and the Mo in retaliation. So this is very interesting here in terms of a draft. I mean, draft just unfolded so quickly, we haven't even got a chance to really decipher how it goes. I mean, Lou is quite a medium pick, especially into the Brawl. I would have perhaps liked maybe like a B instead of the Lou. There's a lot of zone in here. Then they go Willow. Okay, so Willow against Mo against Brawl. I don't think I really like that composition from Crazy Raccoon. Willow last pick, I mean, it can work in sneaky fields, and I guess if Brawl charges onto you, you got Willow's super to throw Brawl away for yourself. So I mean, it can work. I'm just a little bit undecided. So let's drag myself back down here. So yeah, the global ban format has been very, very interesting. Again, like I said in my prediction video, I felt like there is definitely opportunity. Sitetampo plays this way every time. It always blows my mind. But as I was saying, there's always this opportunity, especially from some teams, to cook up something in the draft. And like I mentioned as well, by the scrim play rates, it looks like Glober is just easily the top brawler in East Asia scrims. I mean, obviously Crow is like going to be the best of the best. He's just good at everything, but yeah, Glober being used in every single opportunity. So already Zeta division are 1-0 up. I like the Mo. Again, like the problem with Crazy Raccoon's composition here, Willow and Sandy just only really deal chip damage. And I mean, I guess they can build up their supers, especially the Sandy against like the Brawl. But I'm just undecided by this Willow. This is the deciding factor here. But I guess Willow can really score easily with super. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. So again, Lou is a great shutdown to Brawl, one of the best for sure. And here comes the goal from Willow. I mean, perfect there. I mean, these are the pros at the end of the day. I mean, it's clearly working for goals. Again, like against a Brawl, I guess it can kind of counter Brawl with the super. I'm just thinking once Brawl, you know, look, sneaks up right here, what can we even do? Zeta just going to charge all the way through, double stun from Sandy, and there's nothing they can do in this situation. So Zeta go 1-0 up. I mean, they get the Brawl first pick, and they can't even counter the Brawl first pick. I just think there was better shutdowns. Surely, like, where's the Shelly? Was Otis banned out? I mean, the ban their Nita, right? Because Nita's one of the best counters to the Bull on this map. I just thought, like, Bull first pick, surely, I don't know, it's Bull at the end of the day. Like, his hypercharge is pretty unstoppable. But there were surely better options than Sandy and Lou. I don't know. And also, you know, once Mo gets his super, I think they fed Mo too quickly as well. And they're just going to run through Crazy Raccoon's composition here. I mean, it's a good throwaway from Tensai. It looks like they just managed to get the defense, but it's so sketchy. It just isn't feeling that good for Crazy Raccoon so far. I predicted them to win the monthly final, but after watching them, I've not even spoke about how both teams have played. After watching them so far, they've not really looked like their old selves whatsoever. It kind of reminds me of how they looked last year. Again, like a wasted super from Milcraver. It made me think of how they were with the last monthly final. Oh, nice goal from Milcraver. Actually, that super kick up somehow worked. But yeah, they've been cutting things short, especially against rejects. Really, really close there. Even against feasible gaming, it didn't really look the most convincing. So they've definitely got some critics to answer to. And like, how do you stop this composite? Like, how do you actually stop a Glober and a Bull? It's unstoppable. Bull, anyway, with hypercharge is completely unstoppable. They just haven't got the counter. Again, like the only real big counter to a Bull in Brawl is like Shelly. That's from me playing ladder for like days on end, for weeks on end, into a Bull BB series. There's just nothing stopping it, especially a good Bull player. But here we go. We've got hypercharge here from Sitetampo. He's going to easily get a kill. Milcrayo's got a hypercharge of his own, and he might be able to score that in time. Nice one, Milcrayo, who's carrying his team at the moment. Really good heads-up play. And that's 1-1 in a set. This is what we like to see. I want to see a close game because previous monthly finals, it hasn't really been too close. Zeta just seem to completely dominate when it comes down to online settings. So, again, I think the good thing about Crazy Raccoon's composition, they've got the Sandy who can goal score with a stun. They've got Willow with super. Lou is the shutdown brawler, and especially to like a healer tank composition, Lou is a good brawler into that. But you can see here, like once Globert locks onto anybody, he just completely shreds them. There's nothing you can really do. But I think the hypothermia star power as well is going to be pretty good into this Globert, making sure that he gets less healing. That could be an underrated use case here, but Suzuku is just doing such a good job on the ball. Tensai, can he 1 versus 3 clutch here? He essentially does here. That's all 3 members down. I mean, the loose super obviously helped him out tremendously, but really clutch defense there from Crazy Raccoon. And they need to start this strong. They really, if they get this first set, they can definitely go ahead and win this monthly final. I'm certain of it. So Willow has the super here to defend against the ball. Sandy super's coming in. Batman was getting so much value here. And looks like the stun really works out. Sandy's proven to be a really good counter to the ball supers so far. And Crazy Raccoon go 1-0 up. So it's looking good. Honestly, I was a bit about me predicting Crazy Raccoon to win this monthly final. I really was. But maybe they just turn things up. Maybe they know more about draft than I realize. But yeah, the ball's going to go in the corner. 1 minute 10 on the clock. They need to deal with Suzuku as quickly as possible. This hypercharge, the stun as well. Perfect. I mean, that is really shutting down the ball a lot more than I expected. But they have to play it pretty perfectly to shut him down in all cases here. So hypercharge is going down for Tensai. He's going to lock onto Suzuku, but I don't think that's really going to do too much. Now Globert is linked up with Bull. He's going to charge in. I don't know whether Sandy has any stuns left, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, look how hard it is for Crazy Raccoon to actually kill the Bull here. That's going to be 2 kills for Zeta. Only Tensai left. He's going to get a kill onto Sitetampo. I feel like, oh, just in time, Tensai gets his super to defend. I thought Batman would be able to use his fear in time to score a goal, but 20 seconds left. CR look pretty weak right here, especially Milcreo getting chipped down. Sitetampo's going to go in, does get the stun. I feel like that was maybe a little bit rushed, but Suzuku gets the double stun. And now with a ball hypercharge going into overtime as well, this is not good for Crazy Raccoon. They were so close to holding on to that victory. They really need to make use of his hypercharge loose super if they can get it in time. Globert in overtime is just Willow in overtime. Like, it's just such an overtime diff comp, but maybe Tensai can do something about it. So Suzuku pretty much wastes his hypercharge here. I don't know what he's really doing with that hypercharge. I think that was an absolutely terrible play, and I think that's actually going to throw them a game at this point. I mean, they don't actually find the goal. Tensai's going to go underground here. Milcreo's going to pass across to Moya, and that's going to be the goal. That's insane. I mean, there's not much a Bull Hypercharge can do when there's a Willow with super, right? But wow, I'm very impressed. I'm learning things. I mean, here's me slating the comp, but Willow into the Bull seemed to be pretty good. But I think you need good timings. I think only the pros can really make this work. The Lou as well, good into the Bull. Sandy, good into the Bull. It's quite clear that they had this up their sleeves, right? Like, I mean, amazing. That was a really good first game. Right. First set, let's jump into the second set. All right, guys, jumping into set number 2, we have Hot Zone dueling Beetles. So in terms of the Hot Zone meta, I think it's still pretty cheesy. You've got like Gray who can come into play. Draco is banned out. Ziggy. Yeah, I think with, I really like these global bans because you can target a lot more last pick brawlers, and a lot of the really strong first pick brawlers can be banned out as well. We see Leon, Glober, and M's banned out. So Lou is first pick here. This is interesting. Maybe they're trying to stop any gray cheese going on here, and then maybe themselves. Crazy Raccoon could go with the Lou. I mean, Bo would be a good option as well. We saw that Bo and Lou in Ring of Fire worked really well against Crazy Raccoon in the semi-finals. I think the player cam has... Oh no, I thought it froze there. It just really bugged me out. I thought I was lagging or something. Okay, Ruffs is a really good option in Hot Zone, by the way, because you can pair Ruffs with pretty much any good hypercharge brawler, and they're going to get to work. So I wonder who they're selecting, right? I'm trying to see. I'm trying to snipe their comp. Chester, okay. Yeah, Chester, this is... I feel like they've done their research on, like, Foot as in terms of the way they draft, because Foot, pretty much all of the time, in like Gem Grab, in Hot Zone, they just go like Ruffs and Chester, Ruffs and Kenji or something like that, and it always seems to work out. So honestly, I mean, this is on to EMEA tomorrow. I would probably be, if I was against Foot, be target banning the likes of Ruffs. Anyways, so Ruffs and Chester, so you can't really got any more aggression into this. Chester is a great counter to Gureichis as well, so they can't really go that. We're going to go with a bow instead here. So the only problem they have with a bow, I mean, bow's good, especially in Hot Zone, but the only problem with bow is that he can get overrun a little bit. He's quite suspect to aggro, but he's still pretty good. I think if you was to play bow in any particular game mode, you would want it to go in here. Again, I forgot about my camera. I'm sorry. You guys are probably screaming at me right now. And then they go with a Mortis. Okay, Mortis into Chester is very, very interesting. Very interesting. They could definitely go with some control aspects, surely, right? Actually, no, into a Mortis. That's probably why they went to Mortis, because it was vulnerable. The thing is here, they can't really go aggro because it will feed the Lu. I think they need some range. I think they're going to go with, like, I don't know. B's not the great. B's good into Lu, though. Is it good enough into Mortis? I don't even know what they got. Meeple. Okay, Meeple's actually a good answer. Meeple's a good answer, mainly because it's got a stun into Mortis. And then I mean, it's good enough. I think it's good enough. I think they can win this. I don't know who really has. It's so hard to evaluate the draft, especially when these global bans are in place. And this is why, I mean, we've got to wait till the ranked update for this to drop and for us to really learn from the pros. But I guess we can learn more so about like what brawlers are maybe underrated that could be going under the radar and ranked. All right, we're loading in here. Again, these player cams are, yeah, they're definitely lagging. They're not. They're so frozen. All right, get us into the game, Brawl Stars, please. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So both compositions. I mean, the problem with Mortis here, he's not really got the best of matchups, has he? Like, he's got the Ruffs, but I think he's just going to end up feeding the Ruffs and then give him Hypercharge even more. So, yeah, I don't really like Crazy Raccoon's composition too much, but, I mean, the Bow might be able to take over. Bow's got some pretty good matchups into all three of them, into the Ruffs, into the Meeple. I mean, by design, Crazy Raccoon's composition is pretty good at getting zone time, but yeah, I just don't see the... I guess like they picked the Mortis because they're probably afraid of control or something. But yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see in a draft why you need both Bow and Lu, right? For a well-rounded comp, I feel like you need a bit of everything. Like, you don't need two zone brawlers. You don't need like two assassins. You don't need too many control brawlers. That's just how it goes. So Hypercharge is popped by Milcreo, but not really a lot going down here. Again, Crazy Raccoon. Oh, I feel like, I mean, Creature Knight is good here, especially to waste utility. But I also feel like the Spinny Gadget could be good, especially against like squishy brawlers like Meeple and Ruff. So yeah, Crazy Raccoon needs to start turning this I don't know, like this. See, that's another Hypercharge super from Sitetampo. That is the effect of a Ruff's Hypercharge just feeding you. So Milcreo is really stepping up the gas right here onto them. But Sitetampo is just always in behind. And as a Mortis, it's really hard to deal. Like, Tensai's just getting no value. And pretty much all the value is coming from the other CR players. So, yeah, they are dwindling back control just a little bit here. But, yeah, Tensai really needs to find some value here. He really needs to get onto that Ruffs and farming his super as much as possible. Again, the Meeple proven to be a really good pick considering he's got that stun. So, Tensai gets a bit of value there. Finally gets his Hypercharge. And this is where, I mean, Crazy Raccoon have done a good job to stay in this game considering how much, or how little value, sorry, Tensai has got. So he's going to get the Hypercharge onto Sitetampo here. He's done a good job and not going for that Meeple because he's pretty much guaranteed to die at that point. And yeah, he's probably, I don't know, I think it's pretty much over at this point, right? Could have used super to get the kill, but I think he wanted to keep it. Hypercharge is coming down. Another Hypercharge super from Sitetampo. And he's got 9.2k health with the shield gear active. Tensai's going to try and go in, but yeah, there's not a lot he can really do. This is not the best Mortis matchup in the world. And yeah, Zeta got to slowly get this. This is one of the slowest Hot Zone games I've ever seen. They played it a lot differently to EMEA. EMEA, I feel like there's always someone on the point at all times, even when it gets really chaotic. The pros are really good at juggling the zone time, but I feel like Zeta was just really focusing on just overall map control, not even thinking about getting onto the zone. They just wanted to gain that control. So yeah, what can Crazy Raccoon really do differently here? I just think that Mortis needs to find a few more moments, and then they can actually win this, surprisingly, even though Meeple has so many good matchups. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so Tensai goes in here. Again, a little bit poor time to gadget. I mean, I don't think there's really too much he can do with that gadget. I guess he thought, I don't know, like, both gadgets are good, guys. Both gadgets are good. I just think, like, the other gadget would have actually helped him get a kill onto Suzuku. I just think going in all the time, especially with that other gadget, would just help get more control and just get more kills. But yeah, I'm not the pro. I'm not the pro. Okay, hypercharge already for Suzuka. This is a problem. He's dived in twice onto Ruffs, and now he's fed him a whole hypercharge. And Sitetampo's already got his hypercharge super. This is not looking good for Crazy Raccoon now. Hypercharge super is popped. Sitetampo's going to throw that out. I mean, it doesn't really get the most value, but it does push him all the way back. And to be honest, Crazy Raccoon defended that pretty well. A loose super on the zone. They've got bow mines on the zone. Tensai has his super. That's going to be Batman going pretty weak. He's going to finally get the kill onto Ruffs. Hypercharge mines are going to stop, then get onto the zone a little bit. Moya's playing really well on the loose so far. Tensai just can't seem to get a breakthrough. He just can't seem to get in at the right moment here. And as time goes on, Zeta are just dwindling a little bit of pressure here. Batman's going to get the stun. I mean, these bow mines and loose supers are really doing great at the control so far. Again, it's completely carrying them. There's just so much going on in the zone. Both Lu and Bo is proven to be too much. So now Sitetampo has no ammo, but still finds the kill here. Again, I feel so bad for Tensai. He's just really struggling to get anything going. Hypercharge going down. That's probably going to be fed to Sitetampo, right? Tensai's going in here, but yeah, the stun's just too much to deal with. I don't know how Crazy Raccoon come back from this. I really don't. Lucifer's going to come down. It's going to give him a little bit of time to try and come back here. Tensai tries to get the kill on the Sitetampo. I'd love to see Tensai's KD. I mean, it's probably one of the few times where his KD would be probably like 0.1 at this point. But they're still in it. They are still in it. I mean, again, Tensai goes in and dies. It's not looking good for Crazy Raccoon at all. I mean, they've still got the bow mines on the zone. Moya has got his hypercharge, which he could use here. Tensai's got hypercharge. Finally got to get the kill onto Ruffs. I mean, it took Tensai like 2 minutes 30 to get that hypercharge and get on the zone. But now Crazy Raccoon have got a little bit of a comeback. They need to get all the percentages here. I'm not sure they've got enough time, but hypercharge bow mines, hypercharge loose super could be doing something here. That's going to get a freeze onto Batman. And now there's 10 seconds left. It is lagging a little bit on stream here. And Crazy Raccoon might be able to get the comeback. And they do. Funny enough, they get the comeback. Wow, this... Like, what? It took Tensai 2 minutes 30 to get hypercharge, and they eventually won that. I mean, the Bo-Lu combination is just stopping the opponents from even getting onto the zone. And it's somehow working. These are the type of competitions I see in Diamond lobbies, and it's working. Maybe the Diamond players know ball at this point. I think Bo with his buffies is definitely improved a lot in the meta, but as... So at the beginning, when he was first introduced, a lot of pros were playing a lot of Bo. He was like top 4 pick rate in scrims, and then he's gone down to like top 10 with a poor win rate. But I think Hot Zone is still the game mode where he's going to be pretty good in, right? Because you've got the totem, you've got the mines that will just zone anyways. Like, even if the pros know how to dodge, it still delays them from getting onto the zone. If they lose super, delays them getting onto the zone. I think Moya and Milcray are just doing such a good job and just landing their shots, especially against good pros, especially Moya. Moya's doing a fantastic job on Lu. Like, where is the good Lu matchup here? This is like a disastrous Lu matchup. You've got 2 control brawlers in Ruffs and Meeple, and then you've got a Chester. I mean, Chester can be okay to feed against, but yeah, it's just not really the greatest of matchups for Moya, and he's staying alive pretty well here. So we're going to go with a wall break here, which I don't know whether they did wall break last time around. I think against, like, if you're looking for counters against Lu, guys, wall break is a great counter, because if you're opening up the map, that just means Lu's super's automatically going to get less value at zone, and Lu wants it where there's just less places to go. So Tensai gets his super, and he's got his hypercharge already much faster this game. I've not been paying attention this time around to Tensai, And it looks like this game is quickening up in speed. I think Zeta realized they just need to get on the zone a little bit more here because the amount of controls and kills they're getting, it's not correlating to time zones. So Sitetampo is pretty weak here. Tensai is in position with his hypercharge. He is going to get pretty much shut down here, and hypercharge is going to be wasted, but it buys his team a little bit of time here. It looks like they get a kill onto Sitetampo. This is looking good for Crazy Raccoon. The Lu hypercharge is going to come down. That's perfectly timed, and Tensai comes in time, and this could be Crazy Raccoon going 2 sets up right now. Sitetampo's going to pop hypercharge. Just barely misses out on all of the mines, but that last mine's going to get him. The last mine's going to get him, and that is crucial. The freeze is coming in. The stun's coming down, but Crazy Raccoon can get onto that zone, and it's slowly dwindling for Zeta. I mean, there's still a chance in it. Suzuki is pretty weak. This will be huge for Crazy Raccoon if they can win this. There's no stun for Meeple, so he needs to go in. Tensai cycles through to his super. He's going to go for Batman. I think the stun is probably coming in, but it doesn't even matter now. Crazy Raccoon are going to go 2 sets up to 0. That was one of the weirdest hot zone sets I remember in a very long time. And now things are finally clicking for Crazy Raccoon. This is much better from the world champions of last year. It's looked rough in terms of last monthly final. It's looked rough pretty much the entirety of this monthly final, but they're just somehow making it work. So I hope Zeta at least fight back a couple of sets or 1 set here to make it more interesting, but we love to see it. Crazy Raccoon go 2 sets. So guys, jumping into set number 3, we have Bell's Rock Knockout. So we see the Global ban, Gene ban, Leon ban. That is pretty self-explanatory. The Rico ban, RT ban, because Crazy Raccoon loved the RT on Knockout, and then Cordelius. So this is quite clear. They banned the Cordelius for go Kit first pick. I'm telling you guys, like, Kit is such a strong brawler in Knockout right now. You've got to be careful of it. So in terms of good Kit counters, where do we even go at this point? Because Charlie is globally banned from Zeta, and Cordelius is banned as well. So those are the 2 best counters to the Kit cheese. Also, Rico can be like a good soft counter as well because he deals a lot of damage. So they go with it. Ollie can... I think they're trying to maybe take away a good brawler from them. I mean, Ollie is really good at Knockout anyways, guys, if you didn't know. Because you've still got the All Eyes on Me gadget. That's a 15-second cooldown. He can create pressure and create space. And then once he gets his super, he can pretty much guarantee a kill on a lot of these squishy brawlers. So yeah, Ollie is very underrated in Knockout. They pair that with a Byron. So Byron is well paired with Ollie, and then also you've got Malaise into that kit. So Malaise star power stops Kit's healing and just any brawler's healing, I think by 60, 80, I can't remember. So it's a large percentage. So basically you're making Kit's healing when he jumps onto someone pretty much immune. So really good counter right there. So what do we pair the kit with? They can go with a Daryl. The problem here is any type of aggro, Ollie can use the All Eyes on Me gadget and stop them. But also, Crazy Raccoon have last pick as well. So they go to Mortis. Very interesting. Mortis could be a good one into the Byron. You know, Miko's paired pretty well with Kit as well. You got Daryl that's paired pretty well with Kit. But I think I think Mortis is good because at least what you can do with Mortis, you don't necessarily have to go into the enemy's face, right? With Mortis, you can dash around and just let Kit deal the damage with the yarn balls going over top, because now the yarn balls are way easier to hit and actually pretty strong. So in terms of the last pick here, we just need an all-rounder. Yeah, we're going to go with Pierce. So Pierce is a pretty good counter to Kit Cheese as well, because Pierce deals a lot of damage. So here myself, I would try and go Wall Breaker. But you also need a bit of damage and a bit of shutdown into this Mortis. I think Ruffs would be a good one. I think Ruffs with the sandbags would be a good one. Open up the map. Yep, there we go. See, I know Bull. I know Bull. I was just thinking, like, Ruffs, I don't actually go too much myself in Bell's Rock, but he's actually a really strong brawler anyways. I was thinking against Kit Cheese, you need the map to open up. I was thinking into Pierce, normally like Spike, sandbags, anything like that can counter him. So this time around, I like Crazy Raccoon's composition a bit better. And watch them lose this one. Every composition I like seems to lose most of the time, guys. So, yeah. This will be cinema. This will be cinema. Especially seeing Zeta try a Kit Cheese composition. I don't really see teams from East Asia lean into the cheese from other regions, right? That's just not in their... it's just not in their vocabulary. It's not in their draft DNA, you know? They like to go a lot of these mechanical brawlers who try and stay away from the tanks. But either assassins, but the tanks they don't usually go. So already Kit has super, and they're just going to go straight for the Byron. And Byron does get super in time here. Tensai, he's actually using the jump gadget there, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I'm definitely surprised about. I guess he's using jump maybe to avoid like a kit stun, or I don't know, like the Pierce super. I don't really know, to be honest, but I would have gone for All Eyes on Me. I guess he's probably thinking, right, that Mortis and Kit that aren't really going to... I mean, that's quite clever, actually. Mortis and Kit probably aren't going to go for the kills too much, so they can use that to defensively instead. So I'm quite surprised how that went. I honestly thought Byron being out position that they would have found kills much easier. So Kit with the arm balls is just so dangerous. Like, look at this pressure that he can get. There's nothing that Crazy Raccoon can really do here other than run. Like, what can they actually do against this composition once Kit gets super? So Tensai needs to try and find the kill here, but again, kind of failing and just feeding a lot of Kit. Ugh, this is looking pretty ugly now. Hypercharge Kit as well. I mean, 2 squishy brawlers into the Kit. It's not looking good. And is Ruffs even using the... Is he using... What star power is it? Okay, he is using a break star power. I just didn't see him use break first round. But Tensai has his hypercharge already here, but Kit has hypercharge super. He's going to go for the stun, and there's nothing that Crazy Raccoon can do because Tensai's using jump. There's nothing he can do. Like, he could have used All Eyes on Me gadget, and then Kit can't really go in here, and then the Kit cheese is just cheesing. I mean, it's kind of free for Kit when you think about it, right? Like, I like the Ruffs matchup, and I like the idea. Like I said, I've seen it from Zeta's angle. You think of Kit, like Kit likes it against really squishy brawlers, and Kit can literally with the arm balls free tap both of those brawlers. So yeah, I mean, this Kit cheese just looks crazy. I mean, Cordelius and Charlie Ban, what are you even supposed to counter it with? So I think what Crazy Raccoon have to do this time around, they need to find the Kit early doors. That is the way you win this. The way that you win against Kit cheese is that you win the first round because Kit doesn't have super, and then you just try and find a way to win one of the 2 next rounds. But yeah, they're not really pressuring as much as they should be in that first round. I believe they should be going in a lot faster. And again, All Eyes on Me gadget still, I feel like, would have been the better option. I'm trying to see it from the GOAT Tensai's point of view, but I don't really see it. Also, Milcreo is using the other gadget, which I thought they would have used Ruffs, right, against his Pierce. I mean, Kit is just destroying them right now. There's just nothing that Crazy Raccoon can even do, and this is just looking... It's just going from bad to worse. It really is at this point. I mean, guys, what do you even shut down a Mortis Kit cheese composition with? What do you shut it down with? A Lou, maybe? That could be a good option. I just don't really see it that clear cut of an answer. And already, Kit has Hypercharge. This is not good for Crazy Raccoon. It's just going to go from bad to worse. Hypercharge coming in. Pops it a bit too early. And okay, it's just going to go... I mean, the yarn balls are going to fly much longer now. I think it's a... Yeah, is he going to find the kill onto Moya? He's probably going to find the kill onto Moya. He does actually dodge that, but yeah, this is just over. It's just completely over. I saw the strategy, the squishy brawlers from Crazy Raccoon, but haven't got the answer to it. They've got the wrong gadgets. I mean, a little bit of potential here, but I just don't see it myself. I don't see it myself. So stun's going to come in from Kit. I mean, unless Tensai does jump away. Nah, there's just no way. All right, that was plain and simple. That wasn't even close there. Complete outdraft. Like I said, as soon as I say I like a team composition, it doesn't work. The Kit cheese was just too much. Kit first pick worked. So that's just crazy, guys. Kit first pick, and they couldn't come out with a good enough counter. So, yeah. What do you even do at that point? Crazy Raccoon 2, Zeta 1. Jumping into set number 4, we have Safe Zone Heist. So the bans are Chuck, Kaze, and Globert. And then on the side of CR, Penny, Colt, and Cordelius. So Cordelius, maybe they were hoping for a Chuck pick, is my guess. I mean, Cordelius doesn't really need to be banned out. I guess Cordelius is a good counter to like Melody and other brawlers. I mean, if I was Crazy Raccoon, I'd probably just target ban Sitetampo's Melody at this point, just because he can make it work against multiple things. So Bell first pick is pretty interesting. I mean, Bell's pretty good against everything here. I'm trying to see what brawlers are left open. I mean, there's just so many brawlers that are banned out here. I mean, I'll probably go with like another mid brawler that's good into this. I don't know, like I know Byron isn't the best into it. I'm trying to think. Bo, okay. They go Bo mid. I guess he can kind of go safe. We're going... I don't know if I like Bo, because it's not the greatest brawler defensively here. And The same goes with Bell. Like, I've seen it a few times in pro play where, like, a decent mid that's not good at shutting down. Like, I don't know why. Otis is still open, by the way. I mean, Otis isn't going to be the greatest into, like, a Bell matchup, but they need either aggression here or a tank counter. So if we're going to go with Colette, I don't really like the Colette at all. I really don't like Colette. I mean, watch them make it work, but Colette just doesn't feel that good. I think Amber could be a free pick into this. I know it's not the greatest shutdown to Colette, but I mean, there's no Crow, right? So Amber can be pretty good. I'm just going for like the Brawler's selection screen. I should have got my cheat sheet up instead. So we're going to go with Leon and Bull. Leon in safe zone. Okay, I'm listening. I mean, Leon is very broken right now. And with the gadget, very, very annoying. So how do you shut this down? I mean, Colette is good, but how do you shut all of this down? What would you guys go with? I mean, Loki, Tara would be a good pick. Again, like Lou would be a good pick. We need a good shutdown brawler. Charlie's banned, so we can't go to Charlie on defense. You know, Spike is banned. You can't go Spike on defense. There's not a lot of great options. Okay, Nita's pretty good, actually. Into the Bull. Into Leon as well. Can be pretty annoying. I guess that's probably the best that they could do. It's really, really interesting. Trying to draft with so many brawlers banned. It's kind of crazy, right? A lot of your options are limited. Like I said, like I would have gone Charlie. You know, Cordelius was even banned. I don't know why Otis wasn't picked up as well. I think Otis could have been a good counter. I don't know why. Like in EMEA, Otis is pretty much first picked all of the time. Well, picked so early on in draft as much as possible in Heist because he's got the range. He's got the shutdown capabilities where whilst other tank counters don't really have that power. So it'd be interesting to see how things go. Loki, Clancy would have cooked here. If you know, you know. So I'm interested to see how Leon really works in this matchup. I'm interested to see how Colette also works as well, because Colette is good in Heist, right? And they willingly picked Bull into Colette, which is another interesting thing. So they're going to actually go with Tripwire Bow instead. It is Heist at the end of the day, so it does make sense. Bow is... Bell as well has some decent matchups, especially into like Benita, into the Bow. Okay, so Tom's going to get a clean kill there. Does have to use his super though, defensively, but Batman's going to get his mines on the safe. I mean, this is just a bit of a weird matchup. We see the Leon chipping down Sitetampo. He's going to get a clean super onto the safe here. There's not much they can really do about that, and already the percentages are dwindling. So Tensai uses super onto the safe already, and that is the game getting evened up. I don't know what the spectator is watching here. There is nobody on the enemy safe. There's no one on Crazy Raccoon safe. Why are we watching that side, bro? Hello? Lock in, please. Now Tensai can just charge it in again. Milkray's getting some good chip shot damage onto the safe. Tensai's going to try and go in here onto Sitetampo. I think he was just cooked anyways there, but he may as well have just used his super there, Sitetampo, because he's eventually going to get it back, right? Tensai's now going to get into the corner. He's using heal gadget as well, guys, because it is the better gadget in Heist, because you can heal the Heist, not heal the Heist safe. You can use the heal gadget onto the Heist safe and gain a lot of healing. So Hypercharge needs to kind of come down, but the pressure is just on Crazy Raccoon's favor here. They've also got free bell traps as well if anyone wants to go through. I just don't think that Zeta have a complete outlet. That is their problem. That's their problem here. I mean, the Hypercharge is going to come in. Oh no, it's just a regular super. Super's going to come in, but like, what is that going to do? The bell traps are also just working so well for him, because when Colette returns from her super, she's just going to get slowed, and then you can target her pretty easily. So Nita Bear going to be coming in, but the bell traps are going to be helping there. I mean, Colette Hypercharge is going to be getting a good percentage, but it's still such a big lead. Leon's getting some chip damage onto the safe. Now Tensai has his super. He's going to go in, and there's just not a big enough counter to this Bull. A very interesting strategy here. I just don't like the Colette. Colette just doesn't feel that great. She did receive some buffs, and I don't know whether she's still bugged, but she just doesn't feel that great. She doesn't feel like a tank counter still. Like, with Colette, you got to consider as well with Bull, he's got the tough guy star power, he's got the heal gadget on top of that. If he's using the shield gear, I didn't actually clock whether he's using shield gear. That's another thing that's working. Okay, it's not, but it's just Colette can't 2-tap and super any tank ready in the game. So what is she really contributing here? I mean, she's getting some good pressure, but I don't know. Again, it's just not that great of a shutdown. I mean, Nita should be able to shut down a bit better, perhaps. Maybe this round can make it work. But I think on a map like Safe Zone, you're very restricted in your in your space, right? Like Nita's getting outranged by everyone. If it was like pit stop, or if it was on hot potato, you know, Nita can easily go from defense to offense really fast, right? But she's really struggling to turn these defensive actions into offensive pressure. So Moya's going to go onto the safe. Oh, he does actually miss a shot onto Sitetampo there. But yeah, Nita hyper bet isn't going to be nice. Can they get it down in time? Yes, they can. So it's not the end of the world here for Crazy Raccoon. I think Milcray just needs to work on Suzuku. He's doing some good jukes on the safe here. Just get another bear, but I don't think that's really going to do too much. Great kill there from Milcray, focusing their players. Really love that both times as well on the bow as well. And things are 50-50 here with the bow mines on the safe, but Crazy Raccoon have the pressure. There's no need to bear even close for Suzuku, so I feel like Crazy Raccoon should really be focusing up here. Moya's got the Invisi Heal as well, another counter to the Colette. Bow mines go down, I think, and yeah, Tensai's just easily going to dwindle that 25% shield. And he's still in their spawn, and he's gonna pop the heal gadget onto the high safe. It's gonna get so close here. 10% left. Milcray cleans up, but there are hypercharge mines on the safe, and there is a Colette hypercharge warming up. This could get dangerous. We just need to run away from Sitetampo and not feed him anything. Tensai's gonna roll in here. There's only a bit of percentage left. Zeta are clinging on for dear life, but is that enough? Leon is chipping down the safe. Is he going to be able to finish it off on his own? Both players from Zeta really trying to stop him here. 400 damage is all they need, and Leon's going to find the finishing blow. And Crazy Raccoon win this monthly final. Wow, I really love their draft approach there. Again, like their Leon just seemed pretty good, actually. I mean, the lollipop drop gadget is really broken, but any type of healing aspect into Colette just can't do anything against it. It's Colette. So yeah, just really didn't like Zeta's draft in that last one. And the bow as well. Like, bow can be good in heist, but again, the problem with bow is if he loses control once, he's just finished. You can't really do too much about that. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Congratulations to Crazy Raccoon. This region is definitely hotting up. 2 different monthly final winners already. That's what we like to see. And yeah, the Zeta division Crazy Raccoon rivalry is definitely back. I was a little bit apprehensive. I really was. I was thinking, oh no, should I have voted for Zeta division? But I just had a feeling that Crazy Raccoon, you know, the masterminds, sometimes they come up with some really good strategies just like this one. And like I said, with the 2 global bans, I just think they're probably a bit smarter than Zeta division in terms of like drafting. And it really pulled through. It really did. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure to subscribe and make sure to watch my EMEA monthly final video tomorrow. But that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.